Welcome back to Queendom Conversations Podcast. I am your host, Demara Virgil, and today's episode is a word for every woman who's ever been told she was too much, too loud, too confident, or even too different. I need you to get this, ladies. This is very important. Playing small never glorifies God. I'm going to say this one more time. Playing small never glorifies God. You were not created to blend in. You were chosen to stand out for His glory. Now, I always start my episodes off with the affirmation. I say it all the time. I know for a fact that my words have power. I declare things over my life every day. It is mandatory for me. So with that being said, ladies, affirm today. I show up as the woman God created me to be. I make no apologies for my calling, no excuses for my gift, and no delay in my obedience. My boldness is worship, and my life is a testimony. Now, this episode is called Playing Small Never Glorifies God. This episode goes along with the episode that I did yesterday, which is called I Am Taking Up Space. This is a whole series that I am discussing just different elements of what it means to not allow yourself to shrink. I started Queendom Conversations because I wanted to empower women. I can remember so many seasons in my life where I literally felt like my back was up against the wall and there was no one that I could really have a conversation with outside of just those tears falling when I was trying to pray to God. I've had several women come on this platform and tell their stories from all over the world. And at the end of the day, there is one common denominator, and that is God is always with us. No matter what I was going through, sometimes it didn't look like God was there. Sometimes it didn't seem like my prayers were being heard. Sometimes I was in too much pain and too disappointed and too much heartache to even utter a word. Tears just fell. But guess what? God knew what those tears meant. Every single last one of them, they were counted for. So let's get into this conversation, ladies. You've got something powerful inside of you. You hear it when you pray. You feel it stirring when you're alone. But every time you try to rise, something pulls you back. Maybe it's old wounds. Maybe it's the fear of failure or judgment. Maybe it's that quiet voice in your head telling you that you are not ready. But here's the truth, ladies. God is not glorified when you hold back. I want to say it one more time because this is life-changing. God is not glorified when you hold back. God is glorified when you say yes, even when it's uncomfortable. God is glorified when you trust His voice over your own doubts. Your purpose is meant to be lived out loud, not perfect, not polished, but present and powerful. Playing it safe is not faith, ladies. Playing it safe is not faith. It has never been faith and it will never be. Dimming your light is not humility. And waiting for the perfect moment is disobedience in disguise. Ephesians 3:20. What does Ephesians 3:20 say? He can do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think. But how can God do that if we are still questioning whether we're even worthy of being used? Your obedience gives God room to move. There are so many of us who have been told that if we stay low, we won't ruffle feathers. If we stay behind the scenes, we'll be accepted. But real freedom doesn't live in silence. Real purpose doesn't live in fear. You were never created to tiptoe through life. You were created to lead, to inspire, and to change atmospheres, whether that's in your home, your business, your ministry, or even in the way you love others. Your presence matters. Some of us have been asking God to use us, but we're still walking in hesitation. Let me say this. You don't need to tone down what God has turned up. I'm going to say it one more time. You do not need to tone down what God has turned up. Say this with me, ladies. I am not waiting for permission to be powerful. I am not second guessing the calling on my life. I was created for impact, and I will move boldly in obedience to God. If you've been second guessing yourself, today is your reset. Your gifts, you are not random. Your ideals, they are not accidents. You are a divine assignment wrapped in purpose. God doesn't need you to be perfect. He needs you to be present. And when you step forward fully, boldly, unapologetically, He gets the glory. Writing things down is very important. Writing things down changed my life. My prayer boards changed my life. Declaring things over my life has changed my life. Speaking light into darkness. Speaking positivity in places where it's toxic conversations going on. All of those things have been life-changing for me. Reading scripture every day has been life-changing for me. Looking outside the box has been life-changing for me. Keeping my focus on God, believing the promises that the Lord has given me has been life-changing for me. Not always trying to figure things out and trusting God has been life-changing for me. Having conversations with the Lord instead of people around me has been life-changing for me. Sitting in places where God is dwelling has been life-changing for me. The way that I respond to things has been life-changing for me. Being intentional about the company that I keep, the atmospheres that I'm standing in, the things that I entertain, what I read, what I pay attention to, what I allow to feed my spirit, have all been life-changing for me. Sometimes you have to get quiet and be still long enough to hear the voice of God. Where in your life are you hesitating? God has given you the green light. God has opened the door for you. God has put people in position and in place to help you see this vision through. But you're still hesitating, second guessing, feeling like you're not worthy of the blessing that God is trying to give you. How many of you listening to this podcast, you are hesitating? You are in a season of complete hesitation. Every word we speak has power. Let's say this prayer, ladies. Lord, give me the courage to walk fully in the calling you've placed on my life. Remind me that I am not too much, I am not unworthy, and I am yours. And I will walk in purpose with boldness and grace. Ladies, God does not need you to be perfect. God just needs you to be present. The enemy knows that if they can get us to delay, doubt, or dilute our purpose, they've already won part of the battle. You were created to disrupt darkness, shift atmospheres, and carry the oil of purpose wherever you go. God doesn't ask us to be invisible. He calls us to be intentional. Intentional with our gifts, intentional with our voice, intentional with our obedience. This is not the season to hold back what God has placed inside of you. Matthew 5:16. What does Matthew 5:16 say, ladies? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. You may be afraid to step out, and you may feel unqualified. You may be comparing yourself to others who seem more gifted or experienced. But I'm here to remind you, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. I'm going to say that one more time. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. So if you've been hesitating, ladies, this is your confirmation. You don't need to tone down what God turned up. This is a season of speaking life into every situation. Say this with me, ladies. I am not waiting for permission to be powerful. I am not second guessing the calling on my life. I was created for impact, and I will move boldly in God's obedience. Stop hiding behind fear, ladies, and stop waiting for the perfect moment. Your yes is holy, your obedience is worship, and your boldness is legacy. If this episode has blessed you, ladies, please share and follow me at Queendom Conversations Podcast on Facebook and all social platforms, Demera Virgil. I also have a Facebook group called Queen Tribe Luke 145, and I also started Shekinah Media Group. I have a song that I'm going to play at the end of this episode. It is called Favor Is My Portion. You can find these songs on bandcamp.com. I will put the information down below when I post. Ladies, I just want you to understand how powerful you are. There is power in every element of you. Until next time, ladies, keep walking in your truth, because playing small was never your portion. Again, I am Demera Virgil. This is Queendom Conversations Podcast. You all be blessed.
I'm a witness, God did this. They counted me out, but God said, watch this. I shouldn't be here, but favor kept me. I shouldn't have made it, but grace found me. Oh, the Lord has favored me. I need you now, I need you now. Lord, I stand in the valley, shadows deep, but I know you walk beside me, guiding my